a chant to the energy of a lake, a shoe. And this is how it goes. So we pour a libation, which is simply taking water, in this case, and adding it to the ground to honor those that came before us. Ashe. So we say fresh water, freshen our path, freshen our ancestors. May our prayers be carried to our ancestors. Ashe. So we pour a libation for the Creator, who provides all things great and small. We say Ashe.
Ashe.
We pour a libation for Africa, the cradle of civilization, our motherland. We say Ashe.
Ashe.
We pour libation for our ancestors, that we remember their names, call their names, and ask for their strength. We say Ashe.
Ashe.
We acknowledge our elders in our community who give us the guidance, and whose names we should also call, and you should acknowledge them and thank them for what they do for us every day. We say Ashe.
Ashe.
We acknowledge our peers, our contemporaries, you, my brothers and sisters, the workers, the teachers, every day trying to make it through this world without a struggle, with a struggle, but trying to live the most positive life. We say Ashe to you, my brothers and sisters. Ashe. We acknowledge the youth, because we're all getting older. And they're the ones who continue to move this forward. So we're calling on the youth to keep this movement forward. We say Ashe. We also acknowledge the yet to be born, those who haven't arrived yet. But hopefully we provide that guidance and that spirit that they may be protected. We say Ashe. At this point, my brothers and sisters, if there's names of ancestors and families that we'd like to call, now is that time. For example, I would like to call on the names of my father, Eric Blake Sr., and my sister, Erica Blake Washington. We say Ashe. Ashe. Ashe.
Viola Blake, Faye Howard.
Ashe. 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 Ashe.
Ellen Hamilton.
Ashe. Ashe.
Craig Hamilton.
Ashe.
Onoko Rashidi.
Ashe. 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 Ashe.
Hubert Kuchlo.
Ashe.
Marcus Musegari.
Ashe.
Tommy Torre.
Ashe. Ashe.
Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw.
Ashe.
Edmund
Ashe.
Lumumba.
Ashe.
Dr. Ben.
Ashe. 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 Patrice Lumumba. Ashe. Kwame Nkrumah. Ashe. Ashe. Sekou Touré. Ashe.
Nelson Mandela.
Ashe. 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 Ashe.
Hamilton Jackson.
Ashe. Ashe. Alhaj Malik Shabazz. Ashe.
Morris Davis.
Ashe. Ashe. Amy Garden. Ashe. Ashe. David Henchman. Ashe. 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 Ashe.
Paul Bogan.
Ashe.
1733, 1748, 1778, 18,
48. Ashe.
1848. Okay.
Ashe. So we call these names of our ancestors. We're asking for that same strength of our revolutionaries, of our mothers, of our fathers, of our grandparents to be our strength. We acknowledge the children and our brothers and sisters who died of violence and sickness this year. We ask that they be remembered and that we continue their works on this plane of existence. Ashe.
I say.
So, what we open, we close. Ashe? Yes. At this point, before we end with the chant, are there other prayers, any other traditions you'd like to offer at this moment?
Just that their strength be our strength.
Ashe.
And that these are for is a community.
Ashe.
I'd like to acknowledge those of you who come here. Because we know there were some challenges before us. Practicing one of the values, which I believe is self-determination. We are determined to have this event, despite some of the obstacles and challenges some forces trying to do. And IMANI today, having faith in our Creator, our ancestors, and the righteousness of our struggle. So promote our culture, practice our culture, wherever we want, despite some of the obstacles that we saw. I want to acknowledge that.
Ashe.
I say. I also want to add in that the legislature actually acknowledged the laws that do exist in the Virgin Islands that do honor certain of our traditions, that they actually honor those traditions to us. That's it.
Ashe. Any other words, sound, and power? Prayer. Ashe.
That's it.
Yes. Hilai, Hilai, Hilai. Rastaja, Rastafari. Great is the Most High, the Rastafari, and greatly to be praised. In the mountain of His holiness, beautiful for situation, joy of the Lord is Mount Zion. On the side of the north, the city of the great king, the Most High, the Rastafari, is known in her palaces for refuge. For lo, the kings were assembled, they passed by to gather the sight, and so they marveled. They were troubled and hasted away. Fear took hold upon them, and pain as of a woman in travail. Thou breakest the ships of Tarshish with an east wind. As we have heard, so have we seen in the city of the Most High, the Rastafari. The Most High, the Rastafari will establish it forever. We have thought of thy loving kindness, O Most High, Jah Rastafari. In the midst of thy temple, according unto thy name, so great is thy praise unto the ends of the earth. Let Mount Zion rejoice. Let the daughters of Judah be glad because of thy judgments. Go on about Zion, mark well her bulwarks, consider her palaces, that he may tell it to the generation following. For the Most High, the Rastafari will be our guide forever and ever. He will be our guide even unto death. Let the word, the sound, and the power of thy mouth and the meditation of thy heart humbly I vile acceptably in thy precious sight, O Most High, Jah Rastafari, and thy strength and thy redeemer. The Most High, Jah Rastafari, that lives and reigns forever and ever. Blessed be thy wonderful name, Selah.
Descended upon the mountain of Zion. And so the Lord God, the Rastafari, command the blessings and life forevermore. Eli,
We acknowledge the principles of the Naguzu Saba, which should guide us in that we do. We acknowledge Dr. Mavana Karinga for helping us, being inspired to continue these traditions. We began with a chant in the Yoruba tradition, chant to Eshu. So we end this part of the libation with a chant to Eshu.
Go,
Asheo.
Ashe.
We move on with the Kwanza ceremony with Brother Leva, helping us explain some principles, some candles, gifts, and then we'll do a Harambe, and thank you all for joining us. Alicia, go help me with this thing. You do everything.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
First, you set the table where you put your mat down. Your mat is whatever material you like, or burlap, or any kind of material that you particularly like. Then the next thing you put down is your kanara. It symbolizes the community. The mat symbolizes your ancestors. That's our grounding. You got it?
You have the Mushima, Seba, 7 principles, 7 Skandoni, and each of them represent values, 7 values of the Ingusa Seba, which means 7 values, okay? And that's the foundation of Kwanza, to tell the truth. We just want to practice it during Kwanza alone, right? We want to practice 365 days of the year. And hopefully this can be a guide. That's just the minimum values that we want to guide us, to establish a relationship among ourselves, and to build an African community that is fair, just, and solve all our needs, So that's what these values are.
Okay, the 7 principles are on the sign right behind you.
Right behind you here.
And they are
Umoja, unity in the family, community, and society.
Regima,
Ujima, collective work and responsibility.
Jama,
Jama, economics.
Kumba, Nia, and today, Imani. Unity Cup gives us one given community, and this is the Unity Cup, your Moja Cup. You have your corns. You have your heiress of corns. They represent your families, the amount of people in your family, and you put down an extra one for the yet unborn that is to come with your family. So
this is the Mazao agriculture we have feed ourselves. Even though this is a symbol of all that we've been practicing, we gotta be an advocate and stand firm in telling this government agriculture is one of the industry and self-reliant. And we got to do it ourselves too. Like in my, for example, my yard, I plant them up. I got a yard, I can plant up. So we got to do it individual, family, but tell us government, we have to demand that we have agriculture.
You're a representative, but then so we are the government.
Yeah.
we
But
also
don't make no law.
Yeah, but I'm saying we got to get, I understand what you're saying, but our people don't know that, what you're saying.
Thank you.
So we got to make sure, let them know we are the government, so we want this is what we want, not what you want. So that's why I'm emphasizing that. I understand what you're saying. Okay. So
we are one Africa.
Every time.
We do have the bandera. The bandera represents us. It's red, black, and green. And I'm going to actually give you all this one. Tell me what the red represents.
especially the youngster.
What does the red represent?
That's a power, to the
It
people.
represents the blood of our people. What does the black represent?
Unity.
What does the green represent?
That's too, but most important, all people gotta know themselves as African. African. You don't care what nationality you are, what language you speak, what religion you are, what
And where-
complexion you have. You're African. Once you get in the heart and consciousness and so forth. Okay.
And wherever you exist in the world, you don't have to be in Africa. We are Africans, period.
Period.
Anywhere we stand.
Green represents what? It represents the wealth of our land that our ancestors have come from, and it is also the wealth of the land that we live on.
Another symbol we have is the body, right? Gift. And it's interesting, Kwanza, they introduced East African language, and we should be demanding in our school, besides just teaching French, Spanish, and English, we're supposed to be teaching at least an African language,
And
so we need to do that.
homemade,
On the side.
homemade.
To get our language out of what? Go and sit on the side.
And Swati is educational, which we just spread it, cultural, and homemade, so that you can incorporate all of that into you. So these are homemade, and there are books can get, and that is part of our culture, and we want to insist because they are supposed to teach our history in our schools, and so that our children know our history.
And we can celebrate Kwanza either as a community or a family. So we can live on a family basis, okay?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time, 365 days.
And to me, like I said, we've been doing it all the time. Those are ones of us. We connect. Some of us who disconnect and strengthen us who doing it to continue doing it when we have our family gathering, community gathering, all right? So that's what Kwanza is about. That's it in terms of the symbols and the principles. Okay?
Thank you for your excellency of your performance.
And thank you for
Blessed
coming.
word from you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, brother.
We are saying we're going
And
to
so
close it
that you also understand, we will have Akinyemi explain.
All right, so this word we've been saying, ashe, is not a Kiswahili word. That is a Yoruba word that just means our power, our breath. Adding our ashe, our energy to this event means many different things. So at this part of the ceremony, ready to pull it together, Harambe?
Yeah, that's me. Explain what I'm saying. Okay, we're going to close it around 7:10. Around me mean, again, in Kiswahili, let us pull together. Okay? Let us pull together. No, seriously, let us pull together in unity. Among ourselves. Establish good relationship and let's work together to solve the problem that we face around us. Let us all be on the same page together. School Chatalia. We have to determine for ourselves. We have to go on, produce, think, and represent ourselves. Okay? That's all. Okay? Together, we can do that as a nation. Ujiba, you see the society of problem facing right now? It's crime, it's COVID business, GRS,
I like how you pronounce it, sorry.
you know? The GRS, you know, which is an institution for landlord, right? No agriculture, importing most of food, these type of things. Collectively, collective work and responsibility, we can get these things done. Don't say like they say, brother, like what they say, right? It don't mean good. When they don't understand, we are the government. Okay? Yeah. So collectively, we got to be serious this time. Because if we don't change the society, someone else who comes from outside will change the society in their interest. And that's what's going on right now. So that's what I'm trying to emphasize togetherness. When we say together, in form of Nia, all of us have a purpose, all of us have a gift, all of us have knowledge. Let's just pool those resources together, right? To bring about some solution, emancipation and education of people. Okay? The economic. Look, we got to urge our youngsters, especially young people, get involved in business. Get involved in business. It doesn't matter whether it's a cooperative, employee-owned businesses, or small business, but get involved in business. This is an opportunity. Okay, this is an opportunity to get involved in business. Right now, the economy is controlled by somebody else other than us. Are we going to be always burdened? We're going to have this complaining of the price going up. Okay? So own, you got to tell or use them. Own your own business. Okay? Own business. Own land. Get your own. Get whatever. Own something. We got rich African culture. Let's use our creativity to enlighten our people, elevate our people, and emancipate our people. Using that creativity, that culture. You know, keep our culture, uphold our culture, preserve our culture. And last thing, IMANI. I want to say so how we get here up to today is through faith, a spiritual foundation. So keep that foundation strong, and let us be about building a nation, elevating our people, our family, and community. And the reason I make this remark because too much thing going on, you know what I mean? And we got to be real. I know I'm probably speaking to the choir, you know, mostly the choir, because you all here, but that's what we strengthen us to stay away, you know, and it was go in the community and involve others to get involved in these things. This is too much serious thing.
Sir?
I mean, we go there, we celebrate, but Kwanza also is a commitment, a reflection, and a commitment to bring about change for our benefit. So that's what Harambe is. Together, we can elevate. Okay?
So we're gonna do the Harambe.
Bless your brethren.
A circle,
Forward
sir?
to the
Alright, we're good, Jackie. This is good circle. Good
No,
space.
he was outside earlier.
Alright, Sister Majestic,
You're
winner of an
on
Ankh
second.
Award. Do you think you could lead us in the numbers and then we can do the power fists? Alright, here we go.
Sister, can you come? One,
Harambe!
two,
Harambe!
three,
Harambe!
four,
Harambe!
five,
Harambe!